religion, at its core, is a type of oneness thinking, right? Religion, in its confessional forms, is always about organic wholeness and oneness and return to the womb and the primordial absolute dependence, the experience of the oceanic oneness with everything, right? That's kind of the core of religion. Religionless Christianity is the critique of that. It is the idea that it's a dialectic. It's that peace is in embracing the conflict. It's that life is in the embrace of the death. It's that the good is found, kind of the plenitude of being is found by embracing the lack, right? Dialectics is always kind of the choice of the wrong thing. We often think, whenever we're presented with two possibilities, traditionally you try to find a way to reconcile the two, and if you can't do that, you pick the best one. But in dialectics, you pick the worst one. The worst one is like, to live, you have to die. In order to have confidence, you have to embrace doubt. In order to find light, you have to walk into the dark, right? So it's always a choice in the wrong direction in order to get to the right place. Weirdly then, you try to make the right choice and it ends up being the wrong one. And that's because, in a way, what dialectics is about in its true form is about entering into this contradiction, this deadlock, this lack at the heart of reality, which can be called original sin, original lack, rather than trying to avoid it or cover it over. So that is hopefully a bit of an introduction to this 5-week course. I feel I probably put a lot of you off by talking like this, but and you begin to see that when I talk about perennial philosophy, psychedelic enlightenment, the New Age, confessional Christianity, you probably begin to see that all of these, in different ways, are promising a type of oneness. Whether it's a oneness that can be overcome by saying certain prayers, that is a real, guilt, for example, is a real disturbance that you have to be forgiven for, or the disturbance that you feel in your life is an illusion that doesn't need to be forgiven, it needs to be seen through, right? So either way, it's the same kind of thing. And what Hegel is trying to do is he is saying that through this painful process of going deeper and deeper into thought and exploration of reality, you discover that the world is not at one with itself, and that actually we need practices that help us come to terms with that help us realize that we can't get rid of the chaos in our lives because we are the chaos. And actually, people who are very obsessively tidy, for example, are people who cannot confront the chaos that they feel in their life. People who collect obsessively every magazine, they want every gap filled because they're terrified of the gap that's within them. Putting that last magazine in that fills the gap so you've got all 100 magazines is only the realization that you cannot fill the gap that is within you. So the obsession with order can be simply a reaction formation against addressing and confronting the chaos that is within us. And weirdly, if we're able to embrace the chaos that we are, we'll find our lives more ordered and we'll find our way around it more easily.